and he had just a scrape of 30, I think it was.
It's the first carp session of 2020. Me and Hugh are out for a bit of a social, and let's see if we can get it on the bank.
Right, so we are back out on the bank, and yeah, welcome to another vlog. It's actually my birthday today, so cheers. We've come up for a bit of a sort of birthday social up on Linear, and yeah, I kind of got here yesterday afternoon. Sean got caught up with the missus a little bit, so we didn't get here till gone dark. But I'm speaking to the chaps in the bait shop. They recommended St John's had done a few fish on the weekend or a couple of nights before. So yeah, I thought I'd have a little wander around, and yeah, found peg 5 and 6, which is on the road bank. So get it out of the way now, but apologies for any road noise or poor audio. Combination of the road and also some pretty hefty winds coming in isn't ideal filming weather, but we'll see what we can do. And yeah, so I kind of got the rods out late afternoon, just fished a nice silty area behind some gravel, and fished 2 Ronnies and a wafter, and then yeah, just sprinkled a couple of spods over the top, just looking to nick a bite on the first night, which unfortunately didn't happen. Yeah, neither of us had anything, but yeah, I was going to the night pretty confident, to be honest. So this morning, I've had some action. My all 3 bobbins started dancing a good one, and I thought, hey up, I must have a trailer or something. Turns out the bloke to my right had a run, and I just hadn't heard his alarms, and yeah, he picked up all 3 rods. And yeah, in fact, this fish was sort of in the margin just in front of me, so we ended up netting that in my swim. And yeah, I think the chap's name was Tom, and he had just a scrape of 30, I think it was. So nice to meet you, Tom. Top work.
Big tail.
Yeah, it's a mega fish, that is. And yeah, nice to get a fish in the blog at least, even if it's not from me or Sean so far. So yeah, kind of mid-morning now. Unfortunately, like I say, we've had no action, and I've got to redo all 3 rods now after that incident. So I think I'm actually going to try and find a spot a little bit closer in, because we're getting 40-mile-an-hour winds this afternoon into tonight. A real big sort of weather system coming in, and to be honest, I want to bait accurately and fish, you know, accurately and effectively, rather than trying to, you know, hit something I might not achieve, especially if I get a run in the night. So that's the plan of action for me now, is to find probably a new nice little spot, get some bait on it, and yeah, stick 3 rods out. And yeah, we'll probably go and catch up with Sean in a minute. I apologise, it's a bit boring being stuck in the brolly, but like I say, we've got some pretty strong winds and a bit of rain coming in just as I decided to do this, and yeah, it's the only way, unfortunately, we can film it. So stay with us, and we'll catch up soon.
So from one 10 piston into another, it's very much been the order of the day today. It's been very wet and windy. We have been pretty much bivvy bound, and the cameras have had to stay in the dry, so we haven't been able to get any filming done. But I thought I'd just give you a quick update. Now it's going into the evening, it's about 5 o'clock now, and just let you know what's been going on. So I got it yesterday, just after Hugh, just before the gate shut actually, and it's dark by the time I got here. I ended up dropping into the left of him, and I had a good lead around for about an hour. Found a couple of spots, but one of them really screamed out, put a rod in it. So It was a very hard spot amongst a load of silt, which I really love that kind of feature. I tend to look for something of a transition, so when you're going from one lake bed to another, I tend to fish sort of on that line of where the transition is, or as close to it as I feel I can get. But yeah, this spot absolutely screamed put a rod in it, so I ended up just putting 3 rods out on the same spot. And I didn't put any freebies out, I just kept it just as singles. I put a couple of little mesh bags on just with a bit of pellet and some boilie crumb, and I also dipped them in a bit of glug just for a bit of liquid attraction. But yeah, I sent them all out onto it and just left it at that. Got out this morning, obviously nothing's happened, so I thought, right, I want to put a bit of bait out. I was still happy with that spot, but I thought maybe I need a bit more pulling power, something to get them down on the deck feeding. So I decided to put about 10 spods out of my normal mix, so you know, some pellet, a bit of corn, say a bit, it's quite a lot of corn, some of the 8mm and 12mm boilies, and just absolutely laced it with a load of liquid glug as well. Put a little bit of oil in there as well, so just loads of attraction really, just to try and draw them in. And yeah, I put some of that out on the spot and left it at that. I just changed the rigs a little bit, so last night I've just put 3 straight wafter rigs out. One was on a yellow, one was on a pink, and one was on a food bait. But I decided to take the food bait off this afternoon and put on a Ronnie, so I've actually got 2 wafter rigs out and 1 Ronnie out there on a little white pop-up. So changed it slightly, bit of a confidence thing, also just to try something different. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, if nothing happens, I might even try some zigs at some stage, as I know they're very, very productive on here. So yeah, that's how we're going really. So I think Hugh's redone his rods. He was having issues with the wind. He was really struggling to get some decent line lay, so he's come a lot shorter. But to be fair, we actually had a conversation about the weather, and we were in the mindset of the wind's pushing in here, surely it's going to bring the fish in here. So we decided to fish shorter as well. I'm only fishing at 18 wraps. I think he was fishing over 20 wraps, so we decided to come a little bit shorter. That way you could be a lot more accurate and get the bait bang on the top of the rod. So we're both pretty confident going into the night, so hopefully it's going to happen. I guess only time will tell. So until something happens, yeah, see you in a bit.
Oh, look at that one. Oh.
Literally get blown out.
That's awesome. Cheers, mate.
Go.
So a good set of lungs on me.
It's alright.
Is it fair to say Ridge Monkey needs to bring out a birthday cake?
Birthday cake. Knife. Yeah. It's still edible.
Hey, it'll all go down the same way.
Yeah, it's all edible, isn't it?
Come on then, let's get into it. That looks so funny. Oh dear. yeah, I've only got a couple of hours left before I need to get on the road, so it is kind of last chance now. So fingers crossed one of these St. John's Carp can trip up and give us a birthday session reward. But got a brew, so all good at the moment. I'm currently in pack down mode, and I think you're going to be following me pretty soon after, aren't you?
Yeah, I think we're both going to call it quits. It looks like there's been a few fish getting caught, but the zone they're getting caught from is basically the guy to our right, and there's a guy over on the social bank, and they're fishing at range to the similar area. They're basically both sticking rods into the same spot. And clearly the fish are out in that zone, and we can't really get anywhere near them. So I was thinking of staying another night, but I think, to be honest, I think I'm better off keeping the 30 quid in my own pocket and going home and potentially just going out somewhere for the day tomorrow elsewhere. So.
Yeah, it's been a bit frustrating, isn't it? Because like I say, there's a couple of fish coming out, but they are fishing out kind of in front of us really, but you know, cutting us off really. So
yeah, we're definitely cut off.
I think it's cut the fish off, moving right into our bank, and there's a lot of lines going out across the middle of the water. Like I say, just shutting it off. So yeah, unfortunately it's a blank. Frustrating as it is, you know, you've got to be in it to win it, and we come out here hoping for a chunk. So yeah, unless the rod goes rattling off in the next 5 minutes, I think we'll have to leave it there, won't we? So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hit like, hit subscribe, and yeah, if you've got any comments, chuck them down below. And got anything else to say, mate?
Get on the bank and be lucky. Luckier than us.
It don't take much, does it?
No, not really.